Special Meeting for the Police Accountability Board. Not a problem. Calling to order this special meeting. This is for Thursday, September 14th, 2023. The PAB has resumed in-person meetings and encourages community members to attend in person. Community members attending in person should observe the health and safety protocols for in-person meetings of Berkeley boards and commissions, as outlined by the City of Berkeley. The PAB acknowledges that physical attendance may not be feasible for all community members. To this end, the Office of the Director of Police Accountability has been exploring the option of allowing for remote participation at the PAB meetings. Please note that the ODPA and the PAB are in the early stages of implementing this hybrid meeting format, so there is a possibility for technical glitches and errors. Your patience and understanding are greatly appreciated. To access remotely, join from a PC, Mac, iPad, iPhone, or Android device using this URL listed below. If you do not wish for your name to appear on the screen, use the drop-down menu and click on the rename to rename yourself to be anonymous. To request to speak, use the raised hand icon on the screen. To join by phone, dial 1-669-900-6833 and enter meeting ID 876-2176-2698. If you wish to comment during the public comment portion of the agenda, press *9 and wait to be recognized. And let's start with the land acknowledgement. The City of Berkeley recognizes that the community we live in was built on the territory of the Huichil, the ancestral and unceded land of the Chicho speaking Ohlone people, the ancestors and descendants of the sovereign Verona Band of the Alameda County. This land was and continues to be of great importance to all the Ohlone tribes and descendants of the Verona Band. As we begin our meeting tonight, we acknowledge and honor the original inhabitants of Berkeley, the documented 5,000-year history of a vibrant community at the West Berkeley Shell Mound, and the Ohlone people who continue to reside in the East Bay. We recognize that Berkeley's residents have and continue to benefit from the use and occupation of this unceded stolen land since the City of Berkeley's incorporation in 1878. As stewards of the laws regulating the City of Berkeley, it's not only vital that we recognize the history of this land, but also recognize that the Ohlone people are present members of Berkeley and other East Bay communities today. And that brings us to our first item on the agenda, the call to order. Jose, please.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. I'll go ahead and start with the attendance. Board Member Calavita is absent on the leave of absence. Vice Chair Harris.
Here.
Board Member Leftwich.
Here.
Chair Moore.
Here.
Board Member Wilson.
Here.
And welcome, Board Member Blackwood.
Thank you.
Okay, we have 4.
Thank you, Jose. And that brings us to agenda item number 2, which is the approval of the agenda. Are there any questions, concerns? Anyone would like to make any additions or changes? Now is the time.
I'll make a motion to approve. Second.
Excellent. And is there any objection to the motion? Seeing or hearing, let's move on to agenda item number 3. Public comment.
Okay. As always, I'll start with our members who are physically present before moving on to those joining us virtually. At this time, are there any members of the public who would like to provide a public comment?
I'll speak very briefly. And I know it's a special meeting, so it's limited to items on the agenda. Just wanted to introduce myself. For those of you I don't know, I'm Emily Raguso. I run the Berkeley Scanner. I cover police staffing, in addition to all other sort of public safety stuff happening in Berkeley. And I just wanted to say hello now that everyone's back from recess and we have a new member. And I missed the last 2 meetings, but I usually do try to be here. So thank you all.
Thank you. Okay, and I'll now proceed to those joining us virtually. Are there any attendees who would like to provide public comment? Okay, Chair, at this time, we don't have any hands raised.
All right, this takes us to agenda item number 4. Administering the oath of office and the confidentiality to newly appointed board member.
Okay, Director Aguilar.
Good evening, board members. I apologize, I can't be in person today. I'm at a training right now, but I do want to congratulate your latest addition, Mr. Brent Blackaby. I also apologize I can't be in person. We have a ceremonial administering of the oath of office and confidentiality. I think it's more appropriate to do it in person. So I'm going to defer back to our policy analyst if you can go ahead and administer the oath. And I do also want to clarify that Mr. Brent Blackaby has already completed, executed the oath of confidentiality, and the office has received it. This is more for ceremonial and public purposes.
Okay. So with that said, we'll proceed. And you'll just right hand raised and repeat after me. I, Brent Blackaby, do solemnly swear or affirm
I, Brent Blackaby, do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon
and I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon
which I am about to enter.
which I am about to enter.
I further swear or affirm
I further swear or affirm
that I will abide by
that I will abide by
and maintain confidentiality
and maintain confidentiality
of the personnel files of sworn employees
of the personnel files of sworn employees
of the police department
of the police department
and all other matters that are confidential
and all other matters that are confidential
under state and federal law.
under state and federal law. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Would you like to say any words?
Well, I just say, thank you. I had an opportunity to meet with the director, meet with Chip, look forward to meeting with each of our colleagues and working together on something that's really important to me. I'm an 18-year resident of the city. My partner and I have 2 kids. And so public safety, police department, keeping our community safe are really important to me. I also, I run a small business that's focused on privacy. So sort of the intersection of privacy and security and safety is a real interest of mine. And I hope I can lend some of that expertise to the board.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. So that takes us to agenda item number 4, agenda item 5, closed session conference with labor negotiations, government code section 54957.6.
Okay. Of course. Okay. Yes, please. Okay, with that said, because we don't have any additional members of the public, we'll remain in this room. For those attending virtually, please be advised that we're now going into closed session. You may remain inside the webinar as the board will return to make their announcement. But again, please keep in mind that we are now in closed session.
into open session, and agenda item number 6, which is the announcement of closed session action. The board reviewed and worked on our regulations, our permanent regulations. And with that being said, that brings us to agenda item number 7, which is public comment. Would anyone care to publicly comment?
Chair, at this time, we don't have any, oh, we have one. At this time, we only have one virtual attendee. Would that attendee like to provide public comment? Chair, at this time, I don't see any hands raised.
All right, not seeing or hearing any hands raised or anyone from the community. That takes me to item number 8, which is adjournment. May I have a motion?
I move that we adjourn.
I second.
And roll.